back to the F350 build. Today I'm going to be installing the Fender frame rails. I need to weld everything up. I still need to drill some holes. My batteries died yesterday. Got them all charged up. Gonna get this thing busted out and get everything lined up and welded on. I already had the passenger side rail painted. Last night I kind of did a quick paint job on the driver side rail as well as the hood hinges. Last night I painted this rail. Didn't record it because I've been painting so much stuff. Thought it'd kind of bore you. I did a really quick paint job, so you know, it was only like 30 minutes to get that and the hood hinges done. The factory hood hinges were just like oversprayed. These ones, you know, they're factory anyway, but they were just like bare metal on the hinge part, and then the bottom was black. So I gave them a nice, you know, little base and some a clear job on them. So the passenger side rail was already, you know, painted and cleared. So I wanted the driver's side rail to match. I have the core support all mocked up. It definitely was kind of a pain to get it all lined up, but what I did was this support right here that came off of the truck still had one of the pins to align this. So that side is aligned. That pin goes in, it doesn't have any movement. This one's a little ovaled out, so I put that pin in there. What I did was I started off by lining this up center. Then I came down and centered this part of the rail. So you can see that hole, the bolt right there is center in that hole. And so is this one. So yeah, so this was all bolted up. And then I came and I pretty much just tightened these up right here. And that sucked that rail up. I did the same on the driver's side, and it sucked that rail up. You can see right here, I ground down the paint behind these holes. I'll grind down this paint when I weld it, and there's 12 plugs on each side. So that side's the same, and all I'm gonna do is pretty much MIG them, and it should be a permanent bond after that. Okay, so I just put all the clips on this upper support. The one thing when you're rebuilding something or you have a wrecked car and you're fixing it is to save all the old parts, because all these little clips don't come with the new parts. They used to, like my 3000 GT hatch, the bumper, all the stuff that I got for the 3000 GT. Back in the 90s, the factory included all this hardware with whatever part you bought. Nowadays, they just skimp and you just get, you know, you pay premium for the upper support or the frame rails or whatever you pay for, but you don't get any of this hardware. So that's the insider tip. Make sure to save all the parts so you can snag all the hardware off of it when you put it back together. This side riveted in. I haven't welded it yet, but it is all riveted and glued and bolted, all lined up. Other than the welding down there, I did bolt in the fuse box, so that's good. I haven't ran any of the wiring because I need to weld these plugs in the back and on the front, and the wiring kind of runs along this frame rail down and then goes underneath the fan shroud. So I will do the welding first. Got done welding all the plugs. Now I could put the wiring harness and route it the way it needs to go and bolt it all in, and put in the water to air intercooler and pretty much everything that needs to get put in to get her to start. And then this you know, front grill you know, surround needs to go back in, and then you know, once I get the lights I could put those in. But I did find out as long as the grill's out and the bumper's off, I should be able to get the lights in with the fenders and the hood on, so that is good. I did stick in one of the driver's side headlight to make sure everything lined up. It did, so that's why I did weld it. Now I need to tighten these bolts down here and start assembling some more. So I'm getting really excited. It's getting really close. I got most of the front end stuff installed, the primary, secondary radiator, and then the condenser. The crash bar, I got all the plugs welded for the you know, the fender frame rails on both sides. There was 24 of those to weld. That's all lined up. Everything is lined up. I stuck a headlight in the driver's side with the fender on, fit on very nice. So I don't think I'll have any alignment issues. Even if I do, these trucks have so much misalignment built into them that, you know, the hood, I think, literally moves like half an inch side to side and back and forth, and so does the fenders and the headlights and everything. But I think this truck is probably the most aligned that it's ever been, even from the factory. So the radiators, I put on this weather stripping from the hardware store. Primary to secondary radiator, there is like a little strip that goes in between the radiators. When I had the old one, the strip was on this piece right here. I moved the strip onto this plastic end tank because it's sealed 100 times better than on this. So it is a complete seal now. One thing I really did like that I did that isn't factory is I painted these and cleared them. The factory ones aren't cleared. They're, you know, they're not even really painted. They're kind of just oversprayed. But I really do like how it looks. It's not factory, but it is, you know, a lot nicer than it was. And I'm glad that I got all this new stuff. So I could have reused some stuff. That is the end of this episode of the F350 build. I got the radiators in, I got the frame pieces welded in. So now, the next episode, I should be able to start this truck up. If you're not subscribed to my channel, make sure to click that subscribe button. Also below is my Instagram handle. I post a lot of pictures of the builds. Go check it out. Also, next episode, I should be able to start this truck. See you then.